The first officially recorded football match in India was played in 1854, around 170 years ago. Since then, India has never stopped playing the game. Sadly, though, we have never managed to set foot on the World Cup stage. But that has never stopped Indian from playing. Right now, the World Cup is on, the mega event is in full swing, and so is everyone's excitement for the game. From the cities to the remotest villages, children love it. Actually, not just children. Young to old, thin to thick, poor to rich, everyone plays it in their own way. People form groups and play, 3 a side, 4 a side, 5 a side, all the way up to a full 11 a side match. We have one such group too, around 14 to 16 people. It is a rare occasion when all 16 of us manage to gather on the ground at once. By the way, this is not the story of an average football playing gentleman. This is the story of a bunch of certified madmen. Our rush begins on Friday morning. That's when we start taking attendance for the next day. Bush, Pops, Io, Nuns, and so on. By the end of the day, we usually have around 10 to 12 confirmed. The next morning, we gather at our designated little football ground. Some arrive by car, some on bike. They all show up like warriors, ready to win, ready to go home proud and happy. Then comes the most crucial part, making the teams. Who goes on which side? This is generally handled by Pops and IO. With Pop's agreement, IO does the initial split. He does it so carefully that both teams come out equally strong. He does it religiously. But this is exactly where the real game begins. Pops immediately starts negotiating to swap a player from his side to other. Why? Because he says his team is far weaker than the other one. Io tries to resist and fails. Not once, every single time. If I'm on Pop's side, I'm winning the match for sure. Okay, not 100% sure, let's say 95%. Going home happy. But if I'm on Io's side, well, you already know how that ends. After the loss, I have one big job left to do, figuring out who to blame. And then, in my head, I start planning everything I'll do tomorrow. Body feints, step overs, dribble past someone, assist a goal, and finally, score one myself. Just like that, I'm motivated again. The next morning, Sunday, I come back to the ground with the exact same team. Why the same team? Because the day before, I had angrily told Pops, I will win with the same team. And I could see his cunning little laugh. In my head, I'm going to pull off all those skills. I gear up, I reach the ground, the game starts. The result? Even worse than yesterday. I couldn't do a single one of those moves. And honestly, is any of that possible with a big belly, poor fitness, and bad eating habits? Most importantly, without any practice. Doing skills in your imagination doesn't win your matches. You have to sweat and drudge. Then suddenly it hits me. Pops is in the exact same boat. In fact, I'm in better shape than he is, since I'm younger. So how on earth does he win every single day? Probably the same question runs through the mind of Pop's childhood friend, Nance. Nance doesn't want to fight to win. He wants peace. He just wants to enjoy the game. But how can he? Because most of the time he plays as a striker for Io's side. So when Io builds a balanced team and Pop zooms in to balance it even more by convincing Io to swap a player, Nance quietly boils. He snaps, Io, it doesn't matter. We'll just play. Let them win. Let them be happy. Pops laughs to himself before the game and laughs out loud after it. Why? Because Pops wins again. Oh Lord, somebody really needs to see that smile. And don't think Pops is the only one who pulls this off. He's still just a student of that craft. The real teacher joins us occasionally. Saints Senior. By profession, he happens to be a teacher too, at a well-known institution. His theory goes like this. Never make a team with a 55-45 balance. Make it 80-20 so the opposition starts arguing and eventually settles at 65-35. And while they argue, you argue back, blindly. Sooner or later, they give up. And that is exactly what happens. As a result, Saint Senior and Pops win, and Nuns loses. Afterwards, his angry and boiling face is a bonus. And this justice has been served to Nuns for last 6-7 years. Today was a usual day too. Pops, Saint Sinia, Nuns, Io, and the rest of the gang showed up. Io started balancing the team. Then Saint Sinia moved in with his signature fine rebalancing. But wait, I happened to glance at Nun's face right then. His eyebrows were squeezing closer and closer together as the rebalancing went on. He was boiling inside, and all of a sudden he bursts out. Buzz off. The team is already balanced and we are sticking with it. If you want to play, play, or I quit. But Saint Senior being Saint Senior, he has been doing this for decades. Nuns only revolted today. Saint Senior knows how to handle these things. He is a veteran. So the team got balance anyway. But this time it wasn't 65-35. It was 60-40 instead, which is, perfectly fair and balanced. The game result? Nuns lost 7 to 4. I still finds that what went wrong. Sensinia and Pops got to keep their smiles. Messi scored a hat trick at the World Cup opening. So did Pops today. He scored like Messi as he claims. But the point is, the game must go on. The fight must go on. The rebalancing must go on. And most importantly, the post match analysis over a cup of tea from the local shop must go on. From 8 to 80, we all reunite every weekend, clapping for each other, pulling each other's leg, no matter what hardship we carry through our daily lives. Working for the family, worrying about relationships, marriage, this and that, day and night. We need these 2 hours just for ourselves to reset, to refresh, and to head back onto the hard road, ready to fight through it all over again. Because we have just had a bag full of happiness, excitement, and most importantly, hope to reunite next week.